I don't know, I think I might not be awake enough to film this. I keep doing stupid things like whacking the tripod with books. It is early on a Sunday morning and it may not sound like it, but I got a ton of sleep last night and I feel a lot better. Saturday was an awful day. I was sleep deprived and in a foul mood and really upset with my neighbors and just But today I am refueled. It's cold and rainy and I don't have to do anything if I don't want to, so I'm taking that option. I'm gonna do kind of my belated Friday reads today. I was gonna do it on Friday, but I decided at the last minute to reorganize bookshelves instead. You can't see a ton of it because, like, I didn't want to move the camera. But I did that and it was a lot of fun, and I didn't film doing it, by the way, because it didn't take that long and it's really boring. I sit there with a list, I check things off of my library thing catalog list, and I move stacks of books around in alphabetical order. But I did film an unhaul because this time I got rid of a large number of books. Usually I get rid of them in like 2s and 3s, but this time I just finally made up my mind to get rid of some things that have been on my shelves for a really long time. So that video is coming soon. I don't know how it's gonna turn out because I did film it yesterday, and like I said, that was a bad day. And when I filmed, I was in a mood and I didn't have much time, and I had no fire trucks to give. So who knows if that even came across well or not. I still haven't looked at the footage. So books, Friday reads, stuff other than filming issues. So I read Exit Strategy by Martha Wells, which is the last Murderbot novella, and I was so on fire after finishing that. I was like, I cannot wait to read more by Martha Wells, so I immediately queued up The Cloud Roads, which is the first book in her Raksura series, and I started reading that. I'm like 2 chapters into it, which isn't very far, but I'm already hooked. It's a very interesting premise, and I'm curious, like, what is going to be the broader story here already. So I'm working away at that. It will tide me over until the Murderbot novel comes out. I think that's probably scheduled for 2020 or something. I don't want to wait. I should just start rereading the Murderbot novellas, shouldn't I? And then I started reading 1491 by Charles C. Mann again. If you have a very good memory, you may recall back in April I started this book and then never mentioned it again. I've actually tried to read this book twice, and both times I have gotten through the introduction and then just stopped. And both times I've thought to myself, this is exactly the kind of nonfiction that I want to listen to on audiobook, but I could never find the audiobook on Audible or on Overdrive. But a couple months ago, I got access to another library system and their Overdrive collection, and they had it on audiobook. So I am listening to the new revised edition, and I'm pretty sure that this copy I have is the original. So I'm not actually reading this one, I'm just using it to kind of figure out where I am page number wise, roughly. But it'll be really nice to finally get this off of my shelves. It's one of the older books I've had lying around for a while. This is one that Yamini sent me like three or 4 years ago. It's the last one out of the batch she sent me. I don't know if she even watches booktube videos anymore, but like, if you do watch this, Yamini, I'm finally finishing the last one you sent me. And then I have been working on Primary Inversion by Catherine Asaro. I'm not like really in love with it, if I have to be honest. I like a lot of the ideas in it, but the main character is going through this like insta-lovey thing with this dude she just met, and I just don't like that. There's a reason for it, by the way. There's an actual reason, like a telepathic mind link genetic thing, for why they are so very compatible and like hooked with each other right away. And I understand that. I'm just, I really want to like this book. I really want to like this series. So I'm gonna finish it because it is entertaining, but I don't think I'm gonna love it. Once I get done with Primary Inversion, I'm gonna come back to The Braided World by Kay Kenyon. I just really didn't want to read them at the same time. They seem to weirdly conflict in my brain. I usually don't have a problem reading multiple books at a time, even if they're similar, but in this case, I was just like, eh. Yeah, that was so eloquent. And then the last book that I have lined up that I know I'll start reading soon is Akata Warrior by Nnedi Okorafor. I'm going to be buddy reading this with Nicole Dorkabrain. She doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore, but she's active on Twitter and Instagram. So we're going to read this together. I've never buddy read with her before. It's going to be fun. And I really am kind of ashamed that it's taken me so long to finally read this. Akata Warrior won the first Lodestar Award, which is it's not a Hugo Award, but it's the YA award administered along with the Hugos, and it was, the first year of it was this year. Yeah, at the Worldcon this year. And since it won, I really should read it. So that is it for what I'm currently reading. Oh, wait. I still have The Expert System's Brother by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It's back in my bedroom. I still haven't started it. It just keeps getting pushed off, but I may start that very soon as well, as I need to take it back to the library. Bad me. But yeah, I kind of forget that I have that around. So that is it for me. It's kind of a toss-up on how much reading I will do today because I have this real yen to like bake stuff and cook stuff, and I rediscovered one of my baking books. This is Whole Grain Vegan Baking by Celine Steen and Tamsin Noyes. I got this about 5 years ago and I loved it, and I was like trying to make all the recipes from it, but I stopped at some point. Life got in the way probably. But I pulled it out to look for something last night, and then I stuck a bunch of bookmarks in it. It's like, I want to make this and I want to make that. So I may do that. I need to go to the grocery store as soon as I get done with this so I can buy some of the ingredients for it. Usually vegan baking and cooking isn't that expensive. It's a lot of stuff you probably already have on hand, but this is whole grain baking, so it uses a lot of stuff like barley flour. I don't know about you, but I don't keep barley flour on hand. Or sucanat. So I need to go get some of those things again. I used to have them, but I used them up or threw them away because it was years ago. So I'm gonna give it another shot. But I think I balk so much at buying the ingredients because they are a little bit of a pricey investment for the pantry at first. But anyway, I hope your weekend has gone better than mine started, let's say, and I'll be back soonish, probably with my unhaul video next, and until then, happy reading. This is one of those mornings when my hair just went poof, like we're just gonna go explode all over the place, yeah.